Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you for tuning in. So today I'll be doing a tutorial on how to make Ankara auto gele. As you can see, I have two Ankara fabrics on this mannequin. It all depends on what you want, your preference. You can decide to make the Ankara like the base. I'm using a different one from the hack, so it makes it colorful. But if you don't have two Ankara, if you don't have different Ankara, you can make use of one fabric, one Ankara fabric. It will still come out well and beautiful. For the tutorial, I'll be using my tape rule, scissors, and this to cut my thread from the machine, and I'll be needing my fabrics. Yeah, so for the auto gele, we will be needing two pieces of Ankara. One for the base. This is the base, the one at the front that has pleats is the base, and I'll be using another Ankara fabric for the hack. So they have two different measurements. So for the base, I'll be using Ankara that has the length of 25 and the breadth of 22 inches. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. So on this side, it will be 22 inches. It is 22 inches. And for the length, actually I have pleated this earlier. So you'll be using 25 inches. But I'm going to show you how to get this. How I come about this, I'm going to show you. And for the hack, which I have here, I'll be using on this side, it will be 25, but actually I have 26 inches. You can use 25, you can use 24, but the standard measurement is 25 inches. And for the length, the standard measurement for the length is 40 inches, but I have 44 here. I have 44 inches. It all depends on how high you want the hack to be, but for me, I don't want the hack to be too high, so I'm using 44 inches for the hack. So let's get started. So for the base, I will be showing you how to get this result. Actually, I did this one before this video, but I'll be showing you an illustration on how to get this with this fabric. So let's assume I have 22 inches wide and 25 inches long. So what I'm gonna do first is that I'm gonna sew this edge. I'm gonna sew it to this point. So I'm sewing this edge now. After sewing the edge, then I'll start pleating. So this is my first pleating. You can make it 1 inch from each pleat. So this is my first pleat, then I'll sew my pleat. You can make like 5 to 6 pleats. It all depends on your preference. So I'm making another pleat. I'll sew again. So you pleat again until you get your desired pleat, until where you want to stop. But while pleating, I just want you to take note. If you want to pleat, just make sure this next pleat is covering this thread, so that people will not see the thread you've made, the sewing beneath. Just use this pleat to cover the thread. For the pleat, I think I'm done. And for this side, so I got some pieces here. The length is 12. I got 12 inches piece with 5 inches wide. So I'm gonna use it for the strap. And this is how I go about it. You fold your strap, like this is the right side. Then you fold the right side on this side, like this, on the edge. You just do it this way. You make sure this piece is covering all the pleats on this side, and you sew. After sewing, you see, when you turn it to the right, this is what you get. This is what you get. But to do a good and perfect job, I have to sew from this tail end down to this side. Then I turn and finish the sewing too. I have sewn on the wrong side, so I'm gonna turn it out. So I have this opening, then I close it on the both side and sew to the pleat. Close on this side, then I sew to the pleat. So I sew on this pleat, and I have this with the pleat and the strap. So you do the same thing on this other side, and it's gonna give you this. This is a perfect piece for the base of the Gele. So this is a perfect piece. You do the same thing. Don't forget to do the same thing on this side. This is just an illustration, so that's why it's not, the cut is not perfect. So you do the same on this to get this. Then we put this aside. So we're gonna work on the hack. The hack. That's what we're doing now. So, like I said, I have I have 26 inches for the wideness, and I have 44 for the length. This is how long it is. So I have 44 inches. You can make it more and you can make it less, but it must not be less than 40 inches. But I have 44 inches here for the length, and the wideness is 26 inches for the wideness and 44 inches for the length. So to get an accurate measurement for this hack, this is what I do, my own method. I fold this fabric. I fold this fabric this way. As you can see, I'm using 2 Ankara fabrics. Then I come to this end side and I measure 1 inches all through. 1 inches, then I cut. Just a little cut. Cut on this side. I keep measuring 1 inches and I keep cutting, so that when I want to pleat, I can get accurate measurement on both sides. so I'm done with the cutting. And so this is where my needle and my thread comes in, because we need to start pleating and tacking at the same time to have a perfect pleat for the hack. So like I said the other time, we'll start pleating by 1 inch all through. And this is how I pleat. 1, 2, this is my first layer. This is my second one, my third layer. And I'll tack. I'll tack there. All the way down. Make the same pleat to the other hand. Just have to be careful with the thread so that it won't tangle. This is what the hack looks like. This is what it looks like on the side. This is what it looks like. So I'm gonna run this needle through to make it firm all together. I'm gonna use this to, run through it for the last time. Then we got our hack ready. As you can see, I am done with my hack. I'm gonna put on the head of the base. So this is my hack. This is the outcome of my hack. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack this on the side of the hack, so that by the time I'm tying, it will be so firm I can tie the two ends together. So what I'm gonna do is that this fabric is bulky, so I can't run it through the sewing machine. So I'm gonna tack. Yes, I'll do the tacking with my needle and thread. So just watch. I'm gonna place my fabric like this. This is how I'm gonna tack it. Not like this, but on this side. This is how I'm gonna tack it. This is how I'm gonna tack it. Then I wrap it around the hack that I've made. And I start tacking. Just tack around it just to hold the hack together. You tuck around this. Like twice, just go around twice so that your fabric is secured. Just go round again and so I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Look at how it comes. So I tie it from the inside, and I'm gonna do the other side the same way. So you have to done tacking the two sides. So we'll go back to our sewing machine. So before I turn it to the right side, I'll sew this part, sew the side, this side, then like this. I'll sew the side, this side. Okay. So. After sewing it to the side, there's an opening. I didn't sew it all through, so there's an opening here. So I'm gonna bring my fabric outside, the right side outside. I still have this opening here, right here. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna stitch these two sides together on my sewing machine. This is what I have. All closed. All closed. I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. Before I bring this one out, I will have to sew this side like the other side, like what I did. Sew and bring it out and finish the sewing. So now I have my hack. It's well sewn together. So the next step we're gonna do is that we're gonna attach the hack with a base. I'm gonna use my sewing machine to do that. So all you have to do is that you make sure this hack is at the center of this base. It's at the center of this base. So you can sew. Just make sure this hack is on the center of this base, and we're good to go. So before I start sewing, I'm gonna sew the first line, which is this one, the first line on the last pleat, on this fabric. So after sewing the base with a hack, so this is what I get, and I try to trim off the thread are flying around the fabric to make our work neat. So I'll be adding my pears. As you can see on this one, I have some stones, some pears on it, just to beautify the auto gele. So that's what I'll be doing, and that is the last step that I'll be doing on this. We have come to the end of this tutorial, and as you can see, this is a very lovely auto gele, Ankara auto gele. So if you like these videos, I want you to thumbs it up, share with family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also press the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be able to get a notification. Thank you.